80% of funding for nonprofits in America comes from small businesses. So here is the number one question you must ask yourself. Who will donate more? One, is it a business that donates off their bottom line from money they could be taking home to their family? Or two, a business that legally redirects a fee that they have no choice but to pay? Every time a customer swipes a card at a physical business or online, one of these fees that Visa, MasterCards builds in goes to a bank, but it can legally go to a nonprofit. Now, one of our nonprofits, though not large, earns $11,000 a month from only 19 businesses. Now that is the very definition of sustainability. A business can fund their favorite nonprofit with no caps with a fee that they had no choice but to pay. And unlike most grants, these are unrestricted funds. There are no earmarks and no limitations. It's the same as a cash donation. Once you have businesses redirecting this fee to your organization, you can use your reports to strengthen your donor base. One business had been funding a nonprofit for 5 years. They called in and asked how much they had given. So we told them that they had given over $41,000 in nearly 5 years, and they nearly dropped the phone. So your charity can actually grow its social footprint by adding your logo to a Visa, MasterCard business door sticker. Imagine Visa, MasterCard, and your business here supports blank. And right there is your nonprofit's name and logo. It lets the business brag about helping you, and they say that it's good for business. If you're a college, imagine all the alumni businesses that want their alma mater's logo branding their front door. If you have a chamber of commerce, you have a database filled with businesses that could be using that funding to better bring your city to life and display your chamber's logo. All of this works without bugging the customer. There's no, would you like to add $1? Or would you like to round up your purchase to the nearest dollar? It is invisible to the client, except for your own badging, which lets them brag that they are a business with a heart by showing they give back. Most importantly, you don't have to figure all this out. We can train your team. We understand that this is new territory for most groups, and there are 1,000 questions your team can ask. You can have us fly out and train your funding team in an intensive 2-day course where we go through every nut and bolt of the system, prep your team with all the knowledge you need, walk through any builds, and frankly, do a lot of the work for you. Then we give you dedicated staff that your team can access daily after launch of the program so that your nonprofit could get a huge boost in funding in a couple of months rather than years. We'll show you how to leverage supporters you have right now by showing them that they are funding the system, but they could be funding you. And we'll show you how to bring in new ones, with most of the work getting automated. So click below to speak to a specialist about your organization's fundraising and how you can take it to the next level fast.